What if I told you Hollywood has been retelling the same revenge story for decades? But what changes isn't the plot, it's what we're afraid of. In 1962, a man stalks a family after being released from prison. In 1991, the same man does the same thing. Same name, same crime, same objective. But the feeling is completely different. One is about physical danger. The other is about psychological invasion. This is what changed between 1962 and 1991. And it says more about us than the movies. The 1962 version of Cape Fear was released during a time when fear was external. The villain, Max Cady, is simple. He's violent, he's aggressive, he's physically threatening. The fear comes from pursuit. He follows, he watches, he waits. But he does not psychologically unravel the family. The law still exists. Morality still feels stable. The system still matters. Cady is the outsider. The threat is clear. You know who the villain is. You know who the victim is. The tension is about, will justice work in time? Now, fast forward to 1991. Same story, but something changed. This version is not about a man chasing a family. It's about a man entering their minds. This Max Cady is educated, manipulative, patient. He quotes scriptures. He doesn't just threaten the body. He destabilizes identity. He makes the family question themselves. And that's the difference. In 1962, fear was outside the home. In 1991, fear is inside it. The 1991 version adds something the original didn't emphasize: moral ambiguity. The father in the remake is not entirely innocent. He withheld evidence years ago. Now the revenge feels complicated. Cady isn't just a monster. He's a distorted reflection of the family's guilt. That's modern anxiety. Not evil is coming, but what if we cause this? This shift mirrors cultural change. By the 1990s, audiences were no longer afraid of strangers. They were afraid of corruption, hypocrisy, secrets. The villain evolved because the audience evolved.
I got something planned for your wife and kid that they ain't never gonna forget. They ain't never gonna forget it. Neither will you, counselor. Never.
The plot didn't change. Man seeks revenge, targets lawyer's family, escalates tension, but the emotional engine changed completely. 1962, justice versus criminal. 1991, guilt versus consequence. The remake isn't darker because it's violent. It's darker because it questions innocence. That's the pattern. Hollywood doesn't rewrite stories. It rewrites what we're afraid of. This is why so many modern films feels familiar. They are. The skeleton remains, but the fear adapts to the decade. In earlier eras, danger came from outside society. In later eras, danger comes from within it. Revenge stories didn't change. We did. And that's why the same stories keep working. The next time you watch a remake, don't ask what changed in the script. Ask what changed in the anxiety. Because Hollywood isn't obsessed with originality. It's obsessed with relevance. And sometimes the most interesting thing about a story is what it reveals about the decade that we told it.